We move on to the second semifinal. It has started, and in my opinion, we see the hottest Warcraft player in the world right now. And that is FoCuS. His performance at WC3 Champions was already incredible. Made it to the grand final, and then was only beaten by Happy in a 3-2, which is no shame at all. And now he finds himself here in the grand final after an almost flawless tournament performance. He defeated Lin 2-0 yesterday with tower pushes. And Lin really seemed like he has no idea what to do. This is gonna be a very different game now, as his opponent is a human player. FoCuS Headhunters seem to be a little oppressive recently, but humans find solutions against that, and especially Sok was paving the way more often than not. Sok has defeated Lin recently too, going back to the Mountain King. Is there a Shadow Priest steal maybe? Oh, close. The peon could get it, would probably die, but would take the dispel away from Sok. Peon stays alive, no Shadow Priest here, and the presence of that peon already making sure that this camp cannot be taken early. Another FoCuS is here. I think the opening for FoCuS can be considered really good, as it's only the little green spot. Sok had to invest militia time as well, and yeah, no mercenaries here. FoCuS is sharking around. What's the plan now? No super fast fast tech. Super fast tech? No super fast tech for the orc. As he goes into Headhunters, of course. 2 farm tech into tower. And now we're waiting on the orc harass. Which is not really there. It's a little bit of a stalemate situation. FoCuS is happy that the Archmage isn't level 2. He's just getting in range whenever he can contest the creep camp to not get hit on his FoCuS. Feels like he was thinking a little bit about engaging with Headhunters or creeping himself. This is of course a tricky situation for Sok now. He finds himself in this Bermuda triangle. A Dryac. Oh, FoCuS close with the last hit. But in the end, Archmage got it. Where the creeps can all be pulled into each other, so from 3 creep camps will turn into 1, and then it's just absolute pandemonium. No losses on either side, really. That's incredible. Now with level 2 unlocked. Ooh, big last hit. This time FoCuS got it. And maybe even with defend. Yep, exactly. Sok feels ready to engage into this. FoCuS blocks himself a little bit. That's 1 Headhunter down. The damage items on the Archmage, of course, incredible. But the Footman fall. It is, of course, a better trade for Sok at this time. 1 Footman for a Headhunter. Headhunter have value in the until the very late game, or even in the very late game. Footmen don't, so trading them is pretty good.
The player's forces are under attack.
There's not much progress on FoCuS' side, but this is also not his big power spike. Tech seems to be on point. He's transitioning into grunts very early. We see this a little more. To counter possible riflemen, to have a better solution against defense footies. I like that. Of course, he's not stuck with grunts now. He can always put in a little mix. But Sok, empty altar, double sanctum, no rifles.
Player's forces are under attack.
And it is the Panda. We see this hero a lot recently, for good reason. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, very tanky. Doesn't have to be in the middle of everything like an MK. You get him faster than an MK. Oh, and that push is brutal. The lodge is gone. No shaman against these water elementals now. No crowd control. TC is in. Headhunters come in slowly but steady. If Sock gets one of these burrows here, that is massive. Decent damage on the two Headhunters trying to take the damage out. And it feels like every single decision by Sock is just right at the moment. He might not get that burrow, but the delay on Shaman is immense. And he's draining resources here, so he can't even be too sure that FoCuS has the lumber for the lodge anymore. Panda diving deep. TC chasing him here. Oh, that's so much damage. He needs to do something about this damage. Otherwise the burrow falls. Oh no! Trying to go for the hero kill, but it was just not in time. The panda might fall, but that is a reasonable cost for the lodge, for the burrow, and preventing TC leveling. So what can FoCuS do now? He has a wyvern out, needs it for creeping. Gets a headhunter in the north as well. Incredible, incredible game by Sock. And it's this game, like this strategy with mass casters is not so timing dependent than a rifle push would be, where it's designed to kill an opponent's expansion. But with this early game, FoCuS can't really think of an expansion. Breaker casters, still good in the long run. And he stops the orcs in his tracks. No aura available, had to go for Stomp. Trying to prevent this. Ruined Bracers also not too great. And you can't even use the wyvern for much harass. It's just necessary for damage right now. He needs to have something on the field that helps him creep up. Otherwise, Sock will just run away with the game. And that is working decently, I guess. 3-2, goes for the second wyvern. It's a little CH style here on Last Refuge. With the TP gone, Sock has to play a little more careful. We finally have Shaman out. That of course stops wyvern production. Oh, Chain Lightning Steel maybe? Nope, just feeding the panda more and more. Breakers in, Sorceress in, Priest in. Very good mix of the army so far. Not even too many footmen still alive. 5, it's okay. Sock is closing in on 50, got control magic, so that's one of the biggest assets that FoCuS has at the moment. It's the level 2 wolves. They can just be stolen now. Okay, level 2 Stomp now. I guess FoCuS can take care of all the footmen first. Try to eat a breaker. Try to gather experience from water elementals. Very good wyvern positioning. Good Stomp as well. This grunt will fall as he can't get out there. Decent snipe with the speed swirl, but yeah, he didn't want to take the big fight. But since the panda is only level 2... Oh wow, he's committing hard to this. Does he have a scroll of healing? He must have some sort of healing, otherwise this is kind of for nothing. Book of the Dead used, Militia is in as well. This is just too much Sock. Is it not? Oh, the wyvern are falling. This fight was a bad decision by FoCuS, I feel. Everything was bruised already from the Drunken Haze Breath of Fire, and FoCuS still tried to fight with it, like... He's buying time for this expansion. Yep, that's for sure. But this has to work now. Too far behind otherwise. Straight up doesn't work. 3-3 heroes now. And since the workers were already there, why not expand yourself? a very, very comfortable beginning of this series for SoC. The damage was done on the way to tier 2, or at the start of tier 2.
Players' forces are under attack.
That's the advantage of a tavern hero, of course. Especially the Lodge. Ooh, boy, that cancel was brutal. But okay, FoCuS got the expo up. Battle drums, Robe of the Magi. This is a strong panda. No fortification. But yeah, FoCuS needs heal scrolls. He got 2 now. This is looking a lot better. We have the Invest TC. He probably knows about this red spot. Or about the expansion that something must be going on in the bottom right. Towers are coming up. But FoCuS wants to strike before this is done. Where's the TC? Must be aware that the TC is somewhere. Storm comes in, Archmage in trouble, getting focused, but there was an exit out of this fight. Kodos can't really connect, they're blocking themselves a little bit. But he takes out one breaker, SoC is just on the retreat. And FoCuS, this seems like a good timing. Still buying time for the expo to pay off, while he can afford, oh, the heal scroll was so good, while he can afford to rebuild all the losses here, diving deep into the army of SoC and absolutely demolishes them. The damage of Raiders and Wyvern, way too crazy against casters. Keeps the Kodos alive, both at 50%, and the Panda's running out of steam. FoCuS, man. What a fight! 50 supply. This wasn't even the expansion paying off for a long time. This was just the heal scrolls that were lacking in the first fight. I think he shouldn't overcommit now. There's another purge. He's a little greedy for expansion, for experience. Archmage could get some sweet expo here. Oh, the Panda with the triple kill. This is an overcommitment in the end. Got baited by the slow Panda. Hellstone consumed. He really wants the second hero gone, right? As long as the Kodos are digesting the units. He still has the supply lead, pretty clearly. Chain Lightning could always lead to an end. Another Shaman down. An Invo Potion here. SoC seemingly knowing exactly what to do. And just a second ago, FoCuS was at like 54 supply or something. Down to 40. But he feels like he can out-sustain this. Against the Brilliance Aura, interesting. Mana on the TC is super low. Why does he feel forced to these fights? Right next to the shop, this must be a potion. This should be a potion, is there not? Okay, finally got the Panda. And that's massive. This could just be the end right here. There's a TP. Could have passed it before, maybe. Wow, wild brawling. FoCuS now with the opportunity to get that shop. I really hope SoC rebuild it at the expo, because there's no way of getting breakers, no way of getting potions. Level 5 TC. And in the end, yep, that was a big commitment, but probably not an overcommitment. FoCuS knows how to do these trades. Panda can only be bought back from the tavern with a lot of expenses, and it's 5/5 heroes. Okay, no Panda here. And we have ourselves a base race, but if you base race against TC, Wolves, Raiders, with just casters, it doesn't work, and so it's GG. FoCuS with a strong comeback on map number 1 on Last Refuge. And with that, taking the lead in this series, 2 steps away from the grand final versus 1-0. It is the second grand final in a row for both of these players, or would be for 1-0, of course, after DreamHack and FoCuS was in the grand final of the War 3 Champions season finals. But I really liked SoC's performance here, unlike the Foggy game. I don't think there was a bad performance by any means. Maybe SoC got caught off guard. The early game was amazing, but this one fight with the 2 heal scrolls, he didn't expect this, I think. Looked like Sock's game, but then FoCuS took it. Yeah, for sure. Hit that level 3 TC power spike with heal scrolls really well. He realized there's a cooldown on the potion, then bought the TP where it is too late. Ah, okay. Yeah, maybe if he doesn't get the panda in the chase, that might be worth it or winnable for Sock. That was high risk though. That was high risk by FoCuS. And he was very, very far back compared to other games here. Large cancel, burrow kill, all that. Usually you don't win such a game. But relentlessly pushing, doing a good job, finding his momentum, I guess. And we move on to map number 2. Last refuge was number 1. Now we move on to Tidehunters. In the battle between these two Koreans here. Sock cements himself as the best human in the world again with this top 4 performance. In War 3 Champions he was only defeated by Happy. This is what these guys have in common. And that is of course no shame. You see it here in the rank ranking. Number 1 for FoCuS. Number 1 for Sock. Best orc, best human, and they will face the best Asian undead. Was a good shop control, good shop timing, and usually if you go Blade Master in one map, it should be Last Refuge, so Sock can be pretty sure that we'll only see Faster from here on out. Probably only Faster Headhunters as well. And I don't think he has to change anything in the early game. It started off a little wacky with FoCuS peon distraction at the mercenary camp. But then Sock took control until there was no control anymore. Archmage, this time 3 farms, not 2. Oh, maybe the third one was at the mercenary camp. No, that wasn't crabbed. So it was 2 farm, right? Pretty sure about that. Sock always has this pocket strat in his back that he could dash out, which is Beastmaster and tier 2 push. For that the push has to hit even harder than the one in game 1. No spins, that's nice. All the militia staying healthy. And the Farseer isn't super aggressive, but takes out the turtles before, which is kind of the norm at the moment. Whoa, you can creep this with...
A player's forces are under attack.
Just 2 footmen? Okay, that gives the middle to FoCuS. Getting real close to level 2 with that. Good damage, good HP for him. And more harass. That's a lot of mana here. But surprisingly, all the damage ends up on the Water Elemental. Good deny. This was one of Sock's strength yesterday, where he defeated Lawliot. Especially in comparison to Chimiko. He just denied a lot more XP. Okay, just grabbed the item. Leaves the rest. That's fine. Yeah, that would have... Everything else would have surprised me.
Forces are under attack.
Archmage would love to know if he bought something. Maybe claws or... any damage boosters. Could go for... yeah, what's probably... Wait, you found... No, he didn't buy anything. Was maybe looking for a mantle or something which is really cheap, and FoCuS took 2 of these spots, so they should be available in the marketplace. Good splits by FoCuS. Not much surface area on Headhunters at the moment. So it's a relatively calm early game. Of course, there's brawling going on here and there. But no critical damage, no critical losses. Oh, actually a footman goes down. That's level 2. Is he willing to commit a chain lightning? Doubtful. Very doubtful. And defense should be on the way, so the time for the Headhunters to shine is kind of over. Once again, no blacksmith. Seems confident in his strat of game 1. But slowly but steady, this turns out to be a lot of damage for this Archmage, and this means you can't really go for an early Sorceress, which would give you a lot of control. This also means that the push can be easily deflected by basically a Stomp and a Chain Lightning. So while this early mid-game, late early game didn't result in a lot of casualties or any creep checks or whatever, I think FoCuS has the lead. Alchemist second. That's a rare choice. That's a very rare choice. Don't get me wrong, biggest fan of Acid Bomb you'll ever witness, but... Okay, new approach. It's Heal Spray first, though. Maybe because the Archmage was so low, I'm not sure. He's getting a great block on the FoCuS. This might even result in a TP here. Chain Lightning to get some kills. Running away. No fireballs anymore, but if he gets 2 more, he might just be dead. FoCuS! Okay. Initial Alchemist moments gets a thumbs up for me. I do see the value. It's not as explosive as a Panda or as a Mountain King, but it's instant help. It's very tanky. Acid Bomb is good AoE over time, especially if you pair it with some single target damage. It can be massive. But I don't think he's doing that, right? Should be Footman Mass Casters again. I didn't see a Blacksmith in his base. So actually, this might be Chemical Rage, to be honest. FoCuS again in trouble. I doubt that he rebought a TP. And this Alchemist Power Spike so far pays off well, because there's no Stomp. There's basically no control. Oh, but the Headhunter position was great. The Thorks couldn't run away, just ran into the spears of the Headhunters. Yeah, and then of course they don't work too well. Now, big improvements for the army of FoCuS with the Kodo, with the Shaman. Can finally deal with the Water Elementals, can finally slow something down. And an expansion is set up. Who gets the last hit? Would be level 2. It is Acid Bomb. Archmage gets level 3, and oh boy, is he dealing some damage. Plus 10 already. 2 claws. That was... was it lasted by FoCuS? Hard to say. I think it was 2 last hits by FoCuS, to be honest. Level 2. Finally Stomp. And here's the Militia sent back just for this fight. Doesn't want to give up the middle of the map. What's this Kodo doing? A little lost. Whoopsie.
A player's forces are under attack.
FoCuS didn't weather the storm yet. He still has to defend. Can't creep at all. Has to deal, or has to invest a lot of time to just deal with the Water Elemental, which usually expires anyway, but you don't want this extra damage on your Great Hall. Otherwise, at some point you'll get wrecked. And this is too much of an investment, resource-wise and time-wise, to not deal with this. This time it's Sock falling back, getting the shop. Probably Invul Potion. Don't think he can afford... Oh, Heal Scroll it is. Both then. So the thing is, FoCuS has no real healing. Sorceress commitment a little too rough, I guess. The Shaman paving the way. So if you can chip in with a lot of acid bombs, I feel this can work out really well. There's no priests, there's no witch doctors or anything. Like, healing could long time be an issue. But for that he needs a stronger acid bomb as well. Can FoCuS get this expo up? 3 Kodos. Gotta be so careful with the breakers. So far the movement is good. Kodos never willing to commit too deep. But the acid bomb was massive on everything, including the Shaman. Headhunters are safe in the back. That looks decent. So Sock is trying to... Oh man, these acid bombs on level 2, man, it hurts to see. Heal potion used. To make up for the lacking damage in his army, as there's no rifles, no mortars, no nothing really, with acid bomb. And everything is hurt, but he needs to get kills too. Archmage in trouble. If the Farseer reaches, there might be a kill, but there's no chain lightning here. Everything is so hurt. Kodo goes down. Headhunter goes down. Shaman is about to go down. And this is exactly what you want to achieve with Acid Bomb. But you don't want to lose your hero perch again. Can he get some last hits? Here's the Shaman dead. And he gets out with everything. Rough fight. The thing is, FoCuS is Expo's up. And he can counter the Acid Bomb with heals. With heal scrolls. And once there's heal scrolls, like, there's no damage. And he got 2. And I feel like this might be the second game in a row where 2 heal scrolls win the game for FoCuS. Entry kill for the Orc. Once again, we have Militia here. FoCuS army is not too easy to engage into this, but end snares are thrown. Stomp, Lightning Shield deals so well with the Militia. Kodo, I think, has eaten, trying to retreat, but the Alchemist block is excellent. Blocks himself a little, and hold on. Kodos are surrounding him here. One of them both will fall. Alchemist goes down. And with that, no Acid Bomb, no Heal Spray. It's just a lot of casters, and everything on the Orc side is so tanky. I don't think this is working. The idea is good, but the counter is too easy. I think the Alchemist, while you talk about his upsides towards Panda, for example, I think he just needed healing because his Archmage was so low. I think it was a very, very situational pick that he tried to make work in the late game. But he just wanted to fix his early mid-game. Yeah, boom, 2-0. I think he just wanted to fix his early mid-game because his Archmage was deep in the red. And with that, you can't push, can't really creep. You don't want to build a shop too early or can't afford it, so... This was his middle ground between not giving up the game immediately and going for damage. And it worked like so-so. Rough semifinals so far. Little one-sided. FoCuS just makes good adjustments in the game. Neo, it seems like the race matchups in brackets are deciding tournaments more than it should. Do you think the scene should experiment with the Swiss system group stage? Okay, let me show you something. Foggy, Night Elf, 2-0 Chemico. Sock, Human, 2-1 Law Lion. Do I have to add anything? Same matchup, different outcome. Okay, so Sock against the ropes could follow Foggy into elimination, and then we have a 1-0 versus FoCuS grand final. You know what they say usually? If the semifinals are great, the final doesn't deliver. If the semifinals are a little one-sided, the grand final delivers. I think Sock was a lot closer to victory in game 1. Than in game 2, where just the FoCuS chipping away on the Archmage decided a lot. Northern Isles now. Match points! Knubbe Quakes with the 10 gifted subs. It's not stopping, eh? You just can't get enough of gifting subs. Did you arrive on 5,000 yet? I don't actually know where to check this. You were kind of close yesterday. 4,925. Well, Knubbequakes, to me that's rookie numbers. To me that's rookie numbers, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dude, without you, there would be nothing like this, that's for sure. But yeah, you know that, and if not, be reassured. Without you, there would be like maybe 2 streams a week or something, and not 140 hours per week, that is, or per month actually. Yeah. And who knows, maybe without us streaming so much, there would be no such thing. Who knows? So yeah. Love you. Sock with the tier 2 tech again. Late arcane this time. FoCuS again with a relatively slow approach. Gotta pump those numbers up. Here we go. Level 2 Archmage. Good early for Sock, I feel. Not getting a last hit stolen. And now Shu's on the other foot, right? Archmage chasing the FoCuS. So whoever gets the better end of the stick here can't really be too aggressive in the early mid game, but on the other side, FoCuS is level 2 now thanks to this creeping at the same time, and got the Reju potion, which will help him a lot to make up for a couple of last hits. Good resummon. So can Sock play around FoCuS in a way that FoCuS doesn't get level 3 too fast? And he can do damage to FoCuS's base. That's of course the most vulnerable part at the moment. Force FoCuS back. Slow his tech down. We've seen more and more MK and rifles recently. Not once today. This is kind of curious. Ooh, killing the shop would be big. He got defend. There's another water elemental too. Ooh, this is way too much damage on the burrow. Great snipes for Sock. Yeah, it felt like from the first creep camp on, this was more his match than Tidehunters.
The player's forces are under attack.
Ooh, he finds an opening. He finds the surface on another burrow here that FoCuS immediately placed after the first one went down. And not gonna lie, Archmage has another water elemental. And he gets it too! Okay, we might have a game here. But FoCuS came out of a situation like this earlier today on Last Refuge. But Headhunters are hurt. Can't heal them because there's no heal self. Panda second, more pressure. Love the adjustments. Love the adjustments by Sock. This timing was completely missing due to the focus on the Archmage. He gets the next burrow. Ho ho ho. Seems like Sock is a little angry. Comes in with 100 miles per hour. Bringing the heat to the Orc base. At least he got the TC out now. But FoCuS is supply blocked. He can't build anything. Can't build Headhunters. Can't build Grunts. Everything's hurt. Doesn't have heal selves. Doesn't have clarities. Gotta be so conservative with the wolves now.
The player's forces are under attack.
And yeah, footman lives are disposable. Hurts to say. Love these little guys, but if you can get value out of them now, that's the best footman usage I've seen in a long time. Thank you, Mini Gumbo, 56 month. I'm super bad at math, so dividing this by 12 is rough, but I think this is 4.5 years or something. A little more even. Sweet Pea on block. Actually surrounds him here, so he gets the panda. FoCuS still sees the way back into this game. There is Storm first, gotta be careful, don't want to lose both heroes at the same time. But he hangs around, he cancels that lodge again and again and again. Is there still no shop and still no lodge? And is he still... Okay, he's not supply blocked anymore at least.
Forces are under attack.
Four years and a half. Yeah. See? See? Point proven. Oh my god. So if Sock doesn't win this, I don't know, man. Then I really don't know.
The player's forces are under attack.
Would love to have a clock now to see how long this shop took. It's of course a little greedy to skip that one, but it's part of the build. And again, FoCuS going for the token wyvern. Just half damage. He knows they're fragile. He knows they'll probably die and gift experience, but he needs them now to come back. There's no way Sock can build anything that has anything equal, like damage-wise. But he's not forcing the issue. He's expanding. That kinda backfired on LR. But his expansion will be a lot faster than FoCuS is, so it should be fine. But if FoCuS turns this around as well... I would bury myself for a week. Did he see him? Ooh, that stomp wasn't too great. Okay, he's bypassing the footman again, just trying to snipe the casters with the speed scroll, even diving deep, trying to make use of the big TC storms, of the big wyvern damage. Sok doesn't really care. Losing 1 or 2 units, that's fine. Surrounds the Kodo. This is 2 or 3 kills. Whoopsie. And time for the counter expo. Don't tell me he's turning this around right now. Don't tell me that was too much damage now. Sok was very busy with that Kodo for a long time. Slow on the wyvern. So they're not part of this anymore. Kills the shaman, kills the water elemental priest fall on the other side. FoCuS gotta get out. Sok didn't build an expo, right? It's just the tower. He pushed, or he pulled the workers back. Well, in the meantime, yep, there is an expansion coming. So, since this in the north should just be a farm or a tower, he'll be down a base in a bit. He lost a whole bunch of casters. FoCuS has the lead again, doesn't he? And a pretty good one. Book of the Dead, sold immediately, but he gets items. Man, that's a good sell. If he gets Heal Scroll, Invul, and Invis, yeah, exactly. Level 4 TC all of a sudden. Panda's back, finally level 3 as well. Big Drunken Ace Breath of Fire. But there's the Heal Scroll on FoCuS side. Oh. Oh my god, did you see the Panda? Big mana potion, small mana potion, Robe of the Magi. The Arsonist.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
How do you play this the best? Trying to flank, going for the Kodos. Okay, will take some time to take them out. Big stomp in the backline, but the Wyverns can't really connect. They will be taken out. This is great experience. He's kiting the casters back. Has to be careful with the Archmage here. Breath of Fires. He needs to buy time for more Breath of Fires. That's his damage. And he does so with a heal potion. And almost another surround on the Kodo. And he can just burn them. He can just continue to burn them if he's not blocking himself. There we go. Fried Kodo. The new Korean special. Time for a potion soon. Here we go. He's just completely oh no, Purge, Chain Lightning. That was close, man. Gets the Wyvern on the way out. Damage control. But the Expo is still up. Don't count FoCuS out.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, Expo is still up, but not mining. That changes a bit. Lots of resources on FoCuS side. Floating in 800? It was only the little mana potion consumed, so it's not the end of the world. But the army composition for FoCuS, man, that is really worrisome.
A player's forces are under attack.
And I like that. You don't have to take out the building. If you can, take out the workers. Should put himself in a decent position here with the breakers in front. There's no Wyvern anymore that can just dive over the trees and kill the casters. It's the perfect position. Isn't this the perfect position for Sock? Yep, everything is clumped up. That's an invite for the panda. There's also a choke, so that's the perfect situation for breakers. Casts are just safe. That's the problem of a TC or a Mountain King. They can't just spit their spells like the panda does. So many misses. There was strong liquor. Archmage has a TP, but just repositions. Invis cast coming in as well. That's pretty much a clinic by Sock if he doesn't do a major mistake. Very good early game. Absolute destruction. Even drops the robe of the Magi.
A player's forces are under attack.
And the footmen are still here. They will deal with this Great Hall down the road. This AoE is really piling up. I think if Sock just takes care of his Archmage, which is relatively easy because there's no Stomp, then this should be fine. Ensnare's flying. Rest will be cleaned up. No Purge anymore. Good blocks here against the TC. It was just... There's a crosshair on this Archmage somehow. Wait, okay, potion against it. Possible Chain Lightning. GG! We have ourselves a series, ladies and gentlemen. Not a clean 3-0, 3-0. Sock is still in this. Proving why he's one of the greatest human that we have on the planet right now. And FoCuS's clean sheet is dirty. After map 3. The thing is, Sock needs 2 more performances like this. Maybe he realized how to play now. It seems like Panda is the way. It seems like Harass is the way, but that's easier said than done because FoCuS has to allow Sock to do so much damage. He was kinda able to make it somewhat close at some moments, but to be honest, not really. It's a little map dependent now. I don't have the picks and bans. We have Amazonia, Autumn Leaves, Concealed, and Echo possibly in the pool. And the items were amazing. So this was Sock's best shot. And we go on to Amazonia, a map where Invo Potions could become crucial, or Scrolls and Invo Potions. Rather Scrolls, I guess. And the gifter that keeps on gifting everybody. It is Knubberquakes coming back with the 25 gifted subs. That madman. That absolute madman. 4,950 total gifted subs to this channel. 4,950. As you can see in every break, the man did a couple of donations as well. Knubber the man, Knubber the man, Knubber the man indeed. Celebrating the human win apparently. Knubberquakes, the Roman Abramovich of Warcraft. Or whatever. He's a generous god. He's a generous god. He's definitely a god. Farseer Headhunter opening again. That is no surprise. So here on this map, thank you Shadowcat for the 1-year resub. Congrats to your new sub badge mate. Sub badge. So here on this map, there are kind of 2 to 3 lanes. Left hand side, middle, which is split in 2 ways, and of course right hand side, which you can also combine. But it's also a very, very small map, so it might be easier for FoCuS to keep track of where FoCuS is going and to prevent this push. Other side, level 2 is the easiest, if not for some last hits. Nope, not yet. Item on the ground. What's this mantle? Yeah. Ooh, unfortunate low damage roll. FoCuS getting a little chunk of experience here. And level 2. Good deny. Can't allow this Farseer to level up fast. No tower. Tech. 3 farms. Makes sense. Tech on the other side as well. There is an opening though. Is that an invitation? Does he, I don't know, want to wall the Headhunters in or something? Actually, you know what? This cloak is amazing. Whenever the Farseer comes around, you just go invis, take a couple of shots at him, and just prevent damage. I think we saw in this series how important early game damage is on the first hero. So that is a very, very good item so far. You of course need the damage as well, so you can't do that in bigger skirmishes like this. Yeah, it feels like the Observer is a different one than the first 3 days, isn't it? I was about to say the same. We got Defend up. We got the Arcane Tower up. Sock seems safe for the moment. Feels also like his micro is getting better. Better saves for sure. But with this FoCuS harass, we are approaching tier 2. And there's no burrow cancel yet. There's no shop cancel yet. Wouldn't be too surprised to see FoCuS going for the shop earlier. But that's like, that would be a moment, 1 or 2 seconds maybe, where the wolf could just attack the Archmage. There's so much damage prevented by just Shadow Meld. Moments like this, exactly like this. That cloak is amazing. And Panda again. Grant was scouting for this. There is a shop. The lodge is very defensive behind the 2 burrows. How much damage can he do? Instead of the base, we go for a creep spot. FoCuS is just eagerly waiting for the human army tube here. And this camp is dangerous. You can get bashed. There's a lot of damage. There's no chain lightning, so yeah, that has to secure the kill. Also the item. So, where would we put this in the early game scala? Not as good as what was the last map? Northern Isles, right? Not as good as Northern Isles, not as good as Last Refuge, but definitely better than Tidehunters. Oh no! Oh no! How did that happen? Surround out of nowhere. Trying to fight out for a second. Okay. This early game has officially been rated as good for Sock. All of a sudden. So this is a camp taking off of FoCuS. on a map where experience is very limited. And the town portal gone. Double Sanctum again. He's completely moving out of rifles. And this is when FoCuS was going for Wyvern twice in this series. Oh, FoCuS so bruised. Interesting to see Sock switching gears here a bit. Not this ruthless aggression from LR and Northern Isles. Rather a little bit of map control, falling back, creep up further. He knows how reliant he is on level 3 Panda.
A player's forces are under attack.
But it all comes... Wow, level 1 FoCuS. Obviously prioritizing the TC, as the Stomps are so important, but you need the follow-up damage as well. What's a good Stomp without a good Chain Lightning behind it? It feels like FoCuS wants these creep jacks that he got earlier in the series, but he's not finding them anymore. Okay, it's a little bit of a trade. Expansion versus expansion creep spot. Depending on the item, it could be good or bad. FoCuS could still set it up again, but you never get this item back. Or this experience back. Big Invul Potion, amazing. Wait, is he calling the police for a huge push? Which is kinda not necessary? Close to 4. FoCuS is still absolutely abandoned. More armor. One of the best items possible on the other side. Boots of Kel'Thuzad. Which is always great for agility heroes. But there's no Blade Master in this. Wow. When do you ever see level 1 and 4 on first and second heroes? Love these little moves of like keeping a footman that won't decide a fight outcome in the north for scouting. Night Elves do this with Shadow Melted Archers. Sogna does it here with the footman. Good spy behind enemy lines. Okay, so I guess that FoCuS is... It's gonna have no impact at all. He was so slow with the leveling that level 2 wolves were never really an option because Dispel and Breakers were already there. So yeah, why not just solo creep the TC and rely on a heavy stomp? Red spot without rifles, are you mad? Oh, this can work. If this works. No scout by FoCuS at all. Yeah, he doesn't expect this. I mean, it's one of the only 2 spots remaining. Can he still reach this with the speed scroll if he wants to? He could steal the item. Oh, he could steal the item. Oh, he could steal the item. Didn't get it. Helm of Valor. Whew, that would have been pretty good for the TC. But here comes... Yeah, it takes forever without rifles. He had a Berserker. Instant TP out. Stomp doesn't even go for it. Did he just save... He almost saved everything. FoCuS level 2. TC 4.6. evenly distributed between Archmage and Panda. And another expansion attempt. Farseer finally made it to 2. Yeah. Finally got the 101 done. I'm not gonna say this is a do or die push for Sock, but this could be the do push for Sock. TC control decently. Just wants the hero focus. Look at the hero focus, but with only level 1 chain lightning, how do you want to do that? Panda and Archmage both at 60%. This lightning shit looks a little better on the TC. More AoE, good storms, but the heal scroll is ready to just counter that. And I don't think there's a heal scroll. Okay, there is one on FoCuS. He's shredding a lot of militia, but that's what they're here for. Heal scroll used. Panda, not too sure if he has a mana potion. Could go for the TC. Big invoke potion. He's safe for a long time. And he got level 5 now. FoCuS at 64. There's still so many units. And maybe it is the do or die push for Sock out of nowhere. Has to retreat. Breath of Fire against 3 raiders. Could be 9 supply going down on the other side. 2 big and snares, but no follow-up. That's lack of a chain lightning here at this point. Oh, Sock, are you forgetting about the rest of your army here? Headhunters are getting closer and closer. Panda in the middle of everything. He's surrounded. Trying to fight out. TC opens it up again. Level 4. And man, that sharp axis was golden for Sock. Big Breath of Fire. FoCuS might be running out of steam. There's a lot of experience. Level 3, but FoCuS calls for the GG. Here we go, full distance. Whew, this could have backfired a little bit, I guess. But it didn't. Good retreat. He just wanted that next heal scroll. And the momentum is clearly with Sock now. Thank you, Tyloo, for the 5-month resub. I don't know what I'm doing. You're doing the right thing. You're supporting Warcraft broadcasting. Oh man, that was a fun one. It wasn't as one-sided as the other games were. There was not this big push into the main. It was very smart by Sock to not force the issue, not push all the way, but just rather grab 2 objectives in the middle of the map, slow down the Farseer, slow down the entire Orc army, and then even a TC level 5 can't save you at some point. Wonder if these guys need a break now. So much on the line. The grand final versus 1-2-0. For both of them, one step away. Which of course will be happen right after. This is now one map for $600 and the chance to double that to 3,000. As they have around 1,000 guaranteed. 1,500 for the finalists, 3,000 for the winner. And who has another trick up his sleeve? It's cool to see that we're going full distance here after a very, very one-sided final, semi-final number 1. Tyloo with the 20 gifted subs, my man! You are absolutely doing the right thing. Abso-freaking-lutely. And it's not even September yet. Phenomenal. Phenomenal, guys. Whew. Gifted subs left, right, and center. Great games left, right, and center. And a grand final coming up. Just one more map to go. FoCuS' second grand final in a row. After War 3 Champions. Or the rise of Sock. Oink oink wee. Thank you for the sub. I hope I pronounced this correctly. I did my best pick impression. Just finished my own stream. Now we need to spread the love. That's the spirit, man. That's the spirit. Especially when we have cool Warcraft series like this. Archmage opening, Farseer opening, Autumn Leaves, the deciding map. So CH and Echo. The banned ones. So this time, no creeping at all for FoCuS. This is a rough situation for him. This series started off so great. It was almost perfect games for him. Perfect aggressions, perfect harassments, perfect pushes, perfect defenses, most of the time, except the one on LR. And then everything fell apart. Thank you, Zars XTV, for your prime. Lots of primers here today. Guys, amazing. Thank you. Making this a good Sunday.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
Yeah, what's different for FoCuS? I think it starts with just better Archmage positioning by Sock, which enables him to have a strong moment in the early mid game and then shut down the expansions. One thing leads to the next. Warcraft 3, a very big snowball ripple effect game. One worker down already thanks to the wolves. Tidehunters are coming in. Oh, I was about to say for a second that this is a rifle mill? Riflesmith? Blacksmith. Doubt that he's tower pushing. It could be a tower push. Beastmaster second. Firelord second. Damian D Twitch, my love for the prime. Thank you, mate. But with a level 1 Archmage, you really don't want to push. You really want a lot of mana. But FoCuS not giving that to him.
Is under siege.
Ring of Protection is neat. Kind of the same system as the Cloak before, just prevents damage. We've seen some crazy human tower pushes in do or die elimination matches, so I wouldn't be too surprised. But Sock, rather not the guy. It's rather the Fortitudes and Chemicals in this world to do that. But I mean, you can do a tower supported push, that's for sure. Defend is up. And again, almost zero experience on the Farseer. First storm weathered. Again, the grand transition.
A player's forces are under attack.
Lucrana FM, 1 year resub. So cool, man. So cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Panda again. But yeah, the liability is the level on the Archmage. Can you control the mid game so you can get Mercenary Camp and or Lab? This is a big commitment and the push is not coming in too fast. This was good time bought by FoCuS. With just bullying in the beginning. Archmage 50%, Archmage no mana, can't resummon a Water Elemental, so I guess the buildings are safe. Oh, the tree! The stag blocks this Headhunter, so it's a double kill. Okay, slows down creeping for the TC for sure. Might come as a cost. But yeah, buildings are safe. And for the first time, FoCuS doesn't... I mean, it's 2 Headhunters down. But it's not the end of the world.
A player's forces are under attack.
I think losing the creep spot on Amazonia is a way bigger deal. wants this footman real bad, but the resummon. Yeah, time to level now. We don't even have a single level 2 hero on the map. Wait a minute. That panda's surrounded! FoCuS! Where did that come from? Stomp and a kill? Oh my god, it is not looking good. I think the comeback, the 2 map in a row comeback was just stomped into the ground. Again, not a game-breaking deal, usually, but on this level, being unable to level your panda for this limited amount of time, for this short amount of time, while giving map control to orcs is rough. Tyloo with another gifted sub, celebrating the panda kill. Oh man, coming in here with the 41 gifted subs, that's amazing, mate. Not only Knobberquicks that's able to gift subs. Oh, that is super lovely. 2,400 sub point goal reached. Guess time to give you a new goal then, eh? Always gotta have goals in life. Gotta have goals in life. How about 2,500?
A player's forces are under attack.
Man, the past 2, like this month has really been good. And this is technically still summer. Oh, I love the heal ward here for FoCuS. And yeah, what do you do with this panda now? You gotta take risks. But FoCuS is usually the guy who, like, he's not gambling too much. He's a little conservative even. So he won't give you that hand, or won't invite you back into the game. Good push by Sock here, denying this expansion, but it's okay, I guess. It's okay. Again, heal scrolls, super important. We also got a scroll of the beast, which there's only limited dispel on the human side. Tyler continued to give 42 now today. Amazing. Oh, speaking of amazing, that lightning shield is so huge. It's just buff for units, but here's the scroll of the beast. Hitting the, like, he was just waiting for the wyvern to use it on the wyvern. This is so big damage now. Heal scroll to keep her in the fight, or to keep it in the fight. There's a lot of casters for FoCuS. Only at 46. Would love to get 1 or 2 kills more. Oh, Panda in trouble once again. Knows that the hero FoCuS is coming. With the chain lightning, is that enough? One more volley. 33.
A player's forces are under attack.
FoCuS cruising towards the grand final. And another wyvern. I feel like this might turn into a liability if they are just being sniped.
A player's forces are under attack.
I feel like you don't need them now. But that was a big one. TP gone. Lots of healing needs to be invested. And Sokka has to take risks now. There's no other way. But FoCuS is using his map control really well. Going for the consumable, has amazing items. Devotion Aura again. This is a big mana potion for him too. He's setting up this expansion. One step closer, guys. One step closer. 1-0 waiting in the final. And Sok trying it with a desperate expo. With a desperate counter expo, knowing he can't break it again. But there's the wyvern immediately, and the rest of the orc army is flooding the human base. How are you supposed to hold this? It's a thunderstorm. Just waiting for the lightning shield. Wyvern and wolves at the expansion. Double trouble for Sock. And I don't think you're getting out of here, mate.
Forces are under attack.
You can easily TP out, but how do you reach as a human? There's no mining going on here. I'm very sure there's no mining going on the right-hand side. And the TC just holds the door. Breakers can't enter. Panda can't really reach the important units. He's getting rid of production. FoCuS plays this so smart. Goes for the purge. Goes for another purge. Goes for yet another purge. And FoCuS is not rallying his troops into the human army. Just takes care of production buildings. Takes care that there's no mining. Breath of Fire, okay. Panda is super tanky, by the way. Wait, FoCuS has a TP, right? Don't tell me he has no TP. Can you click on this fast here to tell me if he has a TP? Because if not, that's gonna be quite funny. Mana potion consumed. He can storm until the end of days. Oh yeah, he got. Okay, that could have been a disaster. I mean, a player like FoCuS would never dive into the base if he doesn't have this. Wyvern takes out more. Oh, that's so smart. Lots of split units in this series, and they always make a big impact. Footman and killing Orc expansion. Wyvern here now. It's kind of hard to exit this now. But the Panda is surrounded. He'll probably die for the second time. No, he's getting out there. Okay, but Sock sees no way out. That was just glorious, glorious play by FoCuS in the end. And no reverse sweep. He stops that human comeback. And we have another Undead versus Orc Grand Final in 1-2-0 versus FoCuS. Whew. Not gonna lie, that was a little bit my dream match going into this day. And now we get it here. This is gonna be incroyable. Feels a little sad for Sock, who fought back so bravely, but couldn't close it out anymore. FoCuS just back where it matters on game 5. There was a lot of momentum involved in this series here. FoCuS taking the lead. Sock responds so right. I guess that Panda surround in the mid game eventually broke his neck. Early game wasn't too good. FoCuS again, putting more pressure on that Archmage. Stop that instant harass and can just play it from there. And he did so well. And then he realized, okay, Sock, you gotta do something here. You gotta do something cheeky. Scouted the expansion, saw the main is wide open and breaks your neck. Just how it happens. All right, everybody. This is gonna be the grand final coming up. A best of 5 Orc versus Undead. 1-2-0, the DreamHack champion against FoCuS, who got a 2-3 in the War 3 Champions Grand Finals against Happy. So, this is gonna be quite something. It would be very, very lovely if you support this channel. We put out around 40 hours of streaming each week. Gotta feed myself and Remo and Carson and Bidu and the guy who does this wonderful overlay that we unfortunately have here for the Chinese tournament, but that you usually have. Our graphic artists and everyone else involved with the project. We also give some funds over to War 3 Champions to fund their servers, so it's for a good cause. And you can support us via Patreon. That's the best. You get a lot for that, I guess. Early access to podcasts, fun game evenings, replay analysis, coaching, personal recommendation when it comes to music and movies, and so much more. Patreon, of course, we are super thankful for the Twitch subs, currently on the way to 2,500. Donations one time, doable via PayPal, credit card, and cryptocurrency. And of course, if you want to wear the Back to Warcraft swag, we have a merch store over at Streamlabs. Everything much appreciated, as well as following and sharing our content on social media, or constructive feedback also very much appreciated. This site is backtowarcraft.com/support. Go check it out, and we see each other in just 5 minutes with the grand final of Yule Cup.